You think it'd be a last?
What's that?
You think it'd be a last with the Buccaneers?
I still don't understand what you said.
Oh, you think Antonio Brown? You think he'll last the
Oh,
season?
will he
with
last? Will AB last? Yeah, he should. With him and Tom Brady, yeah.
Okay.
He would have lasted in New England if he wasn't stupid. So, but as far as them playing with your boy, they're gonna be all right. Them two. But I just feel like Brady throw ducks, but his ball hanging in the air too long, and it take too long to drop back. But they look dangerous as a full team. And then, of course, you know it's a great pickup regardless.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. Oh, yeah, that's Seth Curry. Can't leave him out there. Kevin Love made a business decision. Wow. They got 3 straight offensive rebounds. Might as well do something out of it. I don't hear that big man noise, man.
Jay Tucker played at 5. He's rebounded 15. That's crazy.
Wow. He got that pass off? Okay.
Hey, did you have the Clippers making it to the Western Conference Finals this season?
No.
You didn't? Okay.
Oh, you talking about this season? No. I had the Rockets. The
Okay,
Rockets,
yeah, that's
the
what
Rockets
meaning.
wound up playing the Lakers in the second round and said, I had the Lakers and the Rockets in the conference finals.
Okay. Yeah, that's what me and AB to my how you said Doc Rivers never made it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah. Doc
But
Rivers
yeah,
always,
but he's accurate on that.
he finally got fired, man.
Right.
Everything I was saying to y'all for the last 2 years, he finally got fired.
Yep. That's why he brought it up one day. That's crazy how that just happened.
And your boy,
That was always his problem. He just couldn't get out.
but the Clippers was already in a bad spot regardless, man, because they built a team to stop LeBron. They didn't build a team to stop
Right.
AD.
Anybody.
So they was going to get beat. I mean, people was going to have them doing whatever they thought they was going to do, but they was going to get beat. They was going to look just like the rest of the teams. They was going to win game one and then look bad. They built their team just to stop LeBron. They was little. Lakers are too big. I was saying they just too
You
big.
can see that when they was going against
Yeah, they was just way too big, man. What they did to Denver, what they did to Portland, what they did to the Rockets, they were just too big.
yeah, Jokic just putting up numbers.
Jokic just had a hard time, man. He couldn't get a shot off. Because they had dudes that could guard on the perimeter. AD can guard on the perimeter. Dwight Howard can guard on the perimeter. So Jokic can't even do nothing out there. Out there, he shoot his three over shorter people. He couldn't do that against the Lakers.
Right, he did it.
That's what I kept saying when I was like, the Lakers are too big for everybody. They point guard 6'9". LeBron 6'9". Like they point guard, they too big if your point guard 6'9", and he ain't the biggest dude out there. Kuzma get to play the three. He get to play the wing on that team. He's 6'9", 6'10". They just too long. They're going to do it again next year because they're too long. And teams going to keep playing small ball, shooting a bunch of long, bad threes. That's playing right up the Lakers' alley. The Lakers don't shoot a bunch of threes. So it ain't about your make. You know, I was saying it to you last year, but it ain't about your makes. It's about your misses when you shoot a lot of threes. The Lakers shoot a bunch of twos, high percentage shots. So whenever you miss, they go down and make. And what people weren't understanding when they was talking about AD, the reason why Bron got Finals MVP, which I was saying throughout the series, I'm like, no matter what y'all think, Bron is still the best player on the floor. He doing everything for everybody. Like right now, AD is the new Karl Malone. AD got phenomenal skills. Let's not get it twisted. He way better than Karl Malone all the way around and athletically. I'm saying that Karl Malone had the benefit of playing with John Stockton. So I'm saying, like, Karl Malone finished second all-time in scoring, but he finished all-time in turnovers. Nobody turned the ball over in the history of pro basketball more than Karl Malone. So because of that, you got to think about a man that ran the pick and roll his entire career, still turned the ball over more than anybody ever. So that means he was trash when he had the ball in his hand. That's all that means. Over 4,000 turnovers, and all you had to do was set a pick, then you was trash whenever you actually had the ball in your hand. So he didn't have to do, and he finished second all-time in scoring. So I'm saying that's all AD do now is. AD go on the other end, he catch, he can do what he want to do. When he catch it, he can stir and shoot the jumper. Everything one-on-one. He don't get doubled at all. He was getting doubled and tripled in New Orleans. He don't get doubled at all. That's LeBron. He hit a buzzer beater to win a playoff game, and nobody picked him up. Until people catch on to the importance of LeBron James on the floor, like I always say, when Kyrie hit the shot over Curry, Curry was the worst defender in the NBA, percentage-wise, by the minutes he played, than anybody in pro basketball that year. So if you get Kyrie, they set a pick and switch Kyrie on Curry on that last shot. Clay was guarding Kyrie at first. They set a pick and switched switched Curry on Kyrie. So Kyrie is phenomenal. So you put the worst defender in pro basketball on him, he gonna bust him. All right. So the same thing with this. It's the same exact thing. When AD actually get to play now one-on-one, and in a playoff game, he got to shoot a wide open three with nobody on him. Talking about Kobe. Kobe getting double teamed on that shot.
Right.
All right. But he don't understand. Braun was double teamed. He ain't touched the ball. They double teamed LeBron at the elbow. He didn't move. And AD had a wide open three. That's not your finals MVP, man. Whenever you hear me talk sports, you know it ain't gonna make a lot of sense unless you're hearing me. But I'm saying your finals MVP can't be wide open in the playoffs at the buzzer.
Yeah.
It's impossible. It's impossible. The reason why he the MVP, everybody can't stop him. When Brian take buzzer beaters, man, he shoot over somebody. When the great ones take buzzer beaters, they shoot over somebody.
Every time.
Every single time in the history of pro basketball. The reason why Robert Horry was open his whole career, guys, he's not one of those guys. 7 rings are phenomenal. But playing with Olajuwon, Shaq, and Duncan and being wide open in the corner your whole life is even more free. Remember one of those buzzer beaters, which was probably the most clutch buzzer beater I've ever seen in my life. A ball was tipped out to him. It ain't like they set it up for him. Kobe bricked it, Shaq bricked it, and Vlade Divac smacked it. Terrified in a moment, up 2. All Divac got to do is get the rebound. Shaq gonna foul him. You going to the free throw line. You shoot 78%. You're going to shoot 2 free throws, and y'all going to the finals. Sacramento would have been in the finals. That was game 6. Sacramento was up 3-2. They was up 2 points. Kobe missed. Don't nobody bring up all the misses Kobe do, but he had to shoot over somebody. I'm just showing you, even in this one play, show you the difference, the significance of greatness compared to a player you lie on. Kobe shot a buzzer beater. Well, shot close to the buzzer, and he had to shoot over somebody. He missed. Shaq got the rebound. He went up for a shot over Divac. He missed. He had to shoot over somebody. Even on the rebound, still somebody trying to stop him. Divac didn't grab the rebound. He just smacked the ball. Scary. He's 7-1. And it went out to Robert Horry. Horry caught it, let it go. We going to game 7. Ball game. And Lakers won in 7. You ain't wide open. No great is ever going to be wide open at the buzzer. One more real quick for you. Me and my partners was watching a game at a bar. Spurs was up by 1 point. It's game 6. The Lakers up 3-2 though. But they finna go 7 because Spurs up by 1 point. Game 6, and it's only 0.4 seconds left on the clock. This is the greatest scenario for what I'm saying to you. So it's only 0.4 seconds left on the clock. Lakers down 1. They up 3-2. So they can win the series tonight. All right. So while the timeout is going on, one of my closest partners, whatever, who I coached his kids, put them all in college, did it. This is my partner. He trusts me in sports. He said, "Who you going to, E?" No, wait. Let me say it first. That's all right. And he said, "Kobe." I said, "Ain't nowhere in the world." He said, "Shaq." Ain't nowhere in the world, even less.
He said, who you going to then? I said, I'm going to Derek Fisher. My partner, whatever, could tell anybody this story. He loved this story. But I said, I'm going to Derek Fisher. I said, Derek Fisher? And before anything could happen, they inbounded the ball, and Derek Fisher hit a float in one hand on the catch. He touched it, bang, hit the shot. Game over. Lakers going to the finals. All right? So my partner Wes sitting next to him said, man, how you be doing that? He's like, why would you say Derek Fisher? And it's for everything I just said to you, Guns. I said, because at the buzzer, man, at the buzzer, the greats will never have an open look. You ain't got time to get a shot off and point forward with somebody defending you. Get it to the guy that don't nobody care about. So you got Shaq, Kobe, Robert Horry on the floor, Guns, with 0.4 seconds left. You go to Derek Fisher. That's good coaching. Nobody gonna be guarding him. And you need somebody who could just touch and let it go. If he missed, oh well, you ain't make a bad call. The media gonna say you did. How they didn't let Kobe take the last shot? The media gonna do it tomorrow. But you made the right call. It's 0.4 seconds left. That's the league mandate for the most time you can have to even get a shot off.
Right. Anything other that gotta be a tip.
There's gotta be a tip. And Shaq got two people on him. On the inbound. On his back. They ain't letting Shaq get it. They gonna just touch the ball while you passing it to him. Game over. All you do is touch the ball, man.
Right.
Kobe ain't gonna catch facing because somebody gonna be defending him. So he got to catch with his back and turn. You ain't got time for that. You can't catch facing because the defender right there, he gonna get his hand on the ball. It's only 0.4 seconds left.
Yep.
You got to go to Derek Fisher, man. Robert Horry gonna be picked up. Robert Horry is picked up on the inbound at all times. Only reason why Horry get open is for penetration his entire career. He opened because of penetration and defensive rotation. Now, Horry is great at finding the soft spot behind the three-point line. Not at shooting it. He done missed a million of those. He's just known for the ones he made. But he's a genius at finding the soft spot behind the three-point line, especially at clutch time. He get in the passer's vision. That's what he great at. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying all that to say that nah, man, trust. The great ones, Anthony Davis got that shot off because he played with LeBron James. But because I ain't been working with you, let me show you something that I would have told you while we was at work about Davis anyway. That first round, when he was in New Orleans, he get knocked in the first round every time except twice. All right. The one time he didn't get knocked out, he had DeMarcus Cousins, Rajon Rondo, all Kentucky guys. Yeah, Bridges, he had all Kentucky guys. So it was 5 Kentucky guys on that squad. So besides that, he always knocked out in the first round. He'll have a monster game 3 and salvage a win in the first round. That's usually Anthony Davis. All right, he'll have a horrible game 1, horrible game 2, a monster game 3, 44, 15, and 8. All right, and people are like, oh, this dude, they ain't lose because of him. All right, and they lose the series 4-1, 4-2 in the first round. His whole career. All right, now, if you remember the first round this year, they played Portland. Game 1, he had 5 points, Gun. Game 2, he had 9, Gun. So if he ain't playing with LeBron James, his ass going home in the first round. People got to pay attention to who he's playing with. But he's playing with a man that in 17 years of his career ain't never lost in the first round.
Never lost.
You got to put it in perspective. So while AD was having a horrible game 1, they lost. They blame LeBron, like they always do. He had 5 points, and they blame LeBron. They won the next 4, man. He only had 9 points in game 2. They blew him out. He only had 9 points. They blew him out. Game 3, he's walking around like his back was hurt, and his eye was hurt. Remember, he was all hurt. What's wrong with you, dog? What's wrong, dog? You doing that, Anthony Davis? This dude Bron want another ring, man. Do you want a ring or not? This man 50 years old. Out here with Gray beard one day, black the next.
You hear me?
Come on, man. He trying his best. You don't want it. You don't want it. All he wants you to do is to be the best defensive player in the gym every night. And whenever he give you the rock, bust the one dude down that's guarding you. That's all Anthony Davis got to do the rest of his career and only play with LeBron James. Bust the best other dude down that's guarding you. It's always going to be one dude. They can't double you. Ron can shoot the three, too.
You ain't even asking for much.
Yeah, they can't even double you. Ron can shoot the three. Consistently now. You can't even let him go. You can't even leave him in the corner no more. Ron used to just stand in the corner and let Delonte West bang it. Now you can't even leave Ron in the corner.
That's dangerous.
Come on, AD. So that means Bron got 4 more years of this. Because he's the greatest passer of all time. So he got 4 more years of this. He can still hit 30 just hitting threes and posting people up. And still get triple doubles every night pretty much, man. With you on the court. So nah, don't let nobody lie to you about AD, man. I mean, he's definitely a phenomenal talent. But this all Bron. All this. I bet you Dwight Howard will tell you that. Dwight Howard learned how to win this year.
Sure
Period. He learned how to win. He accepted the 6-man role. That boy was a monster on them offensive rim. Man, he was better than anybody on their team on the offensive glass. He dominated that. Even when he didn't get the rebound, he got his hand on the ball. Dwight Howard was a monster. He got in Jokic's head. Jokic asking the refs to tell him leave him alone. You in your head, man. It's Dwight Howard. He don't want to fight nobody, man. You let Dwight Howard get in your head. They still got JaVale McGee, man. DeMarcus Cousins can come back for chump change if he want to next year.
Yeah, I was talking to Amy about that. I was like, I think they're going to keep DeMarcus.
Yeah, what I'm saying, just think about that, man. That's just more size. Cousins don't have to be Cousins. He could be 50% of who he was and be a monster for the Lakers. Because now it's AD, LeBron. They're going to have Chris Paul. Rondo won't be there.
Chris Paul, I like that.
Yeah, Rondo won't be there. They'll have Chris Paul. Rondo will be a Clipper. Then they'll see all them lies. And Rondo had a great playoffs. I ain't going to knock him at all.
He really did.
He's probably the best playoffs I've ever seen him play. But I'm saying, still, he expendable. He'll be a Clipper. And then people will see, once again, same old Rondo. He was playing with LeBron, man. LeBron make life easy for everybody. People just don't pay attention. Look, I posted something after the finals because a lot of the people in these little groups I'm in was just saying how AD was robbed out of MVP and all this and all that. And so I wrote, I said, hey, man, you know what's funny about y'all is y'all say AD, Wade, Bosh, Love, Irvin, Allen. Like, y'all name all these dudes, man. And ain't none of them been to the finals since he left them. But he been every year except one. And he pulled his groin that year. Like, y'all still lying. Like, 17 years, you still lying. Like, none of them dudes, how could they ever have did anything for him? If none of them dudes, I'm trying to understand if just one didn't go back. But if every dude you've been naming to me, and AD wouldn't have been out the first round this year, Portland would have knocked him. So every dude you naming to me don't know how to get back, how they carry him? Not one of them has been back to the finals. And how about this? AD is the first Calipari coach player to ever get a ring. Bron did that for Calipari, man, too. He's the first Calipari coach player ever to get a ring. Rondo was the last Kentucky player before Calipari got there. AD, hey, so I'm saying that Brian even do that. No Calipari. All them great players come out of Kentucky. All of them. No matter who you name. You got no rings. No matter who you name. Got no rings, man. Rondo the last one. Rondo didn't play for him. When Rondo left, that's when he got the job. Rondo coach got fired.
What year is this?
Rondo rookie year in the league was what? 2000? 2001, somewhere around there. 2000 or something. So, because Rondo was in, so about 2000, 2001. So that was like about 2001, 2000. And he got fired. Rondo left school after 1 year. His coach got fired. Rondo was horrible point guard. And then he went to Boston. Calipari got the job after the coach left. So Rondo was the last player that played in Kentucky before Calipari got there. Everybody since, nobody got a ring. Not one Kentucky, I'm talking about, you can name any Kentucky player you want. Not one get a ring. Not under Calipari. They get their money, they don't get no rings. No matter who, including Cuz, no matter who you name. They got talent, they don't have no rings. Cuz won a national championship with John Wall for Calipari. Neither one of them ain't got no ring. Anthony Davis, the first one. Eric Bledsoe. I mean, no matter who you name, all of them. None of them got no rings. No matter who you name, they're none of them. They just out there just running around getting money. Looking good on SportsCenter. So that's the greatness of LeBron. No matter what none of them say, that dude was the Finals MVP. He carried everything. I mean, he carried everything. AD limped out, man. He went home for a minute. Didn't he go like in the bathroom for like 2.5 quarters or something? He just left one day. Like, where he going? Another time he just fell on the other end of the floor, like game 3, and just didn't get up. And I been playing 4-on-5. Like, come on, dog. Brian been playing 4-on-5 his whole career. Get up, man. You've been doing this your whole life, man. Get up.
Yes.
Get up. When AD first signed with the Lakers, I said to y'all at work, y'all want Brian to play with this dude? I said, Brian play with dudes whose bodies can't last his whole career. They don't play in the finals with him. Then they blame him for losing with Dellavedova. So now you're going to tell me you want to play with AD, who ain't never been healthy? And sure enough, he was just laying around the whole playoffs. Man, get up. If this was New Orleans, this has been done. Just get up. You keep laying down. I'm talking about the finals. This dude laid down on one end of the floor and just laid there. Start limping around all on the bench. They like, we think he might make it. Like he got shot. They took him to the locker room. He gone for like 2 quarters. He come back. His eye red. Oh, man, what they, man? He got poked in the eye another time on a dunk. Just, hey, man. He hurt his hand in round 2. Just, hey, man, this man 40 with a ball spot, dog. He already putting up 30 with triple doubles, man. Guns. Let me show you what I'm talking about your Clippers, man. Clippers shouldn't have made it out the first round, Guns.
The Clippers?
Clippers. They should have got the first round. I'm talking about.
I agree.
Game 1, they was getting trounced. And Porzingis got ejected.
Yep.
They came all the way back and won. Game 2, the Mavs won. After that, Porzingis didn't even play no more in the series. And Lucas was still giving them 40.
Yeah,
40. They only had one dude to stop, and he was giving them 40. So just think if you got Porzingis on the court. That's why Denver did him the way they did him. That's why Denver did that. Down 3-1. After a while, Denver said, hey, man, Stop playing these dudes like they great defenders. The media lie on this two-way stuff. All that I told y'all when we was at work. Two-way come from. I was like, there ain't no such thing as two-way. If two-way is that, they would have said that about Jordan. I always say that to you. If a dude win the scoring title and the defensive player of the year in the same year, and you don't say two-way once, then you saying that to avoid saying LeBron James the best player in pro basketball. So you got to make up something else. Because you know LeBron the best. So you say, best two-way player. Like what? Is he the best or not, man? So that's all that is. So the Denver Nuggets realize, stop playing these dudes like they're the best defense and all that. These not the best. These dudes can't guard nobody. Denver saw Luka give him 40. So at the while, they start playing them like they play Utah. Just take them off the dribble. Stop swinging it. Stop all that. Bust them in the face. Jokic, stop being nice. Stop trying to set plays up and set screens. Catch it. ISO. Everybody out here too little for you. Shoot you a couple threes, but just muscle them. They too little. Ain't nobody on their team could guard Jokic. It was stupid to me. Like, dude, why is this dude swinging the ball? Game 1, he ain't do nothing. Game 2, he ain't do nothing. And they was down 2-0. Like, yeah, I know why. And then Murray out here just shooting jumpers. And they kept saying he tired from a 7-game series against Utah. Y'all kills me, man. Man, that dude scared to go down there. He ain't playing them like he played against Utah. He was trying to outduel Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell was putting up 40. He was putting up 40. Ain't nobody out here putting up 40. So now he trying to play a smart series, thinking I got to play smarter against these dudes. Man, get these dudes 40. They can't guard you. You done next round, no matter what. You got to play Bron. What Jimmy Butler say? Soon the final started. He said, we already knew in order to win a title, you got to go through a LeBron James-led team. He said, it's been like that pretty much my whole career.
Yep.
And everybody got 4-1. They all got 4-1. That second win didn't mean nothing. Yeah, they all got 4-1. And I told you that last year in the postseason. I like Bron always lose game 1. I never care about game 1 with Bron. Bron is Floyd Mayweather. Floyd usually look bad round 1. He feeling you out. He letting you do the things you're going to do so he know what you came to do tonight. He let you do your game plan right in front of him, man. Bron do it too. Bron always lose game 1. Man, Bron only won game 1 of the finals twice in his career, including this year. He don't win game 1. Bron lost more game 1s than any great ever, and he lost 7 of his last 8 game 1s. Bron don't win game 1. People don't pay attention to facts. No matter who he playing, you're going to beat him game 1. And if you don't, you're probably getting swept. But Bron always down 1-0. Always. That don't matter to him. Bron don't care about being 5th seed. He don't care about being down 3-1. He just play ball, man. Losses don't rattle LeBron James. That's why he's great. People just stupid. I know players that just done. Man, you watch teams go on 8-game losing streaks, gun. You don't see Bron teams ever go on those. Ever. In his career, man. He don't go on them trash team losing streaks because they all lost focus. You can't lose focus on a team with LeBron James. He's been to 10 finals in 17 years, man. One of those years he ain't even finished the season, man. He's been at 9 of the last 10 finals. He ain't gonna lose focus. He just got to get to the finals with Wade got a bad back. Or Kevin Love got his shoulder pulled out of socket and Kyrie knee toe up. You notice how you got to go to the finals every time. That's all. Or Larry Hughes got on a 3-piece suit. That's why Bron every time. Bron go to the finals not with the team that they spent money to get.
True.
They would have had way more rings. I'm saying even when they did have, he was up 2-1 without Kyrie and Kevin Love. And the Golden State changed their starting lineup. The next year he had Kyrie and Kevin Love, they was down 3-1. These dudes in the way. Kyrie already taking bad shots. Brian had to tell him move. People then was telling you it was Kyrie. He had 40. He had 41 in one postseason, in one finals game, and they just Kyrie. Like they wouldn't let that go. Like, dude, Brian had 40 in the same game. Like, then he had 41 the next night. Like, then he had a triple-double in Game 7 with the greatest block and most clutch block in basketball history. I'll tell you something funny. Skip Bayless say.
Oh, Skip.
Skip Bayless say that Bron block ain't as historic and as clutch as people say because J.R. Smith assisted on it. All right? And if I mean when people can change the narratives on things, that's what people can do. You can watch the same exact play, man, and either you can see it different or you want to tell it different. All right? So what Skip Bayless say is that J.R. Smith slowed him down and, you know, did all this shit and then helped him to where LeBron blocked the shot. Okay. Then let me tell you how I'm going to see it as a coach. What I'm going to say is, all right, what I see is J.R. Smith didn't do his job, man. So Iguodala was going for a layup. All right. And he was finna finish with a layup. And J.R. was back. All right, so what I'm saying is, Iguodala came at JR. JR was already at the rim. JR chasing him down. JR on the defense, and JR went up and to prevent a layup. Then what was Bron blocking? Guns? Make me understand how JR did his job at all. If Bron had to block the shot, they down. If the game is tied. Iguodala going up for a layup one-on-one with JR. JR supposed to be preventing a layup. But for some reason, JR flew by. And Iguodala was still getting his layup. So if Bron don't quit on the play, that's a layup. So Skip Bayless ain't paying attention to is, nah, man, JR didn't prevent the layup. Bron still had to block the shot. The defense wasn't complete. But you want to show it because you don't like LeBron. You show and say, nah, it ain't really him. It was JR. Like, nah, dog. JR didn't defend the rim. JR ran at Iguodala and then ran past Iguodala. And Bron still had to block the shot. So that's what I'm saying about greatness. So I'm talking AD special, man. Don't let nobody soup you up about what AD did for LeBron James. AD ain't nothing but the new Kyrie Irving. And he get to play one-on-one, man. Do what he want to do out there. And yell Kobe when he hit wide open buzzers. Bron got to shoot buzzer beaters over people. And that boy got another ring, man. It was just stupid how he ran these teams. He's smarter than everybody out there, man. Man, he dropped a dime to, he dropped like 4 dimes to Marquise Morris. Marquise Morris don't need to come back. He dumb. But, man, Bron he threw one of the most beautiful passes. One of them passes that just made me jump and ask people, did they see it? Like, days later. Like, man, you see the pass he threw Morris? Like, Caruso was supposed to set a pick and roll with Morris. And some kind of way they missed it. And Morris was already rolling when Caruso turned the corner. Morris didn't wait. He wasn't patient. So Caruso saw Morris move, so he just fired it to LeBron. Like, all right, man, go and do your thing. We can't even run the set. Bron touch passed it, bounce pass to Morris on the cut for a dunk. Man, you had to see it. I'm pretty sure you could go on YouTube and just type in LeBron pass to Morris. I'm almost guaranteeing it. But, because it was stupid. It was stupid. I'm just like, Caruso was turning the corner, man. And Morris was so dumb, he didn't realize he got to stay set. So he already took off. So Caruso the play broke up. So he fired it to Bron. Man, Bron didn't even catch it. Man, he didn't even catch it. It's like he was, man, it was genius. He just touched it. 2-hand bounce pass. What'd you say?
I'll watch it. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Oh, so you could. What, you typed it in and said that?
Have down LeBron pass that once. I think.
Oh, wow. Let's see if that pass come on.
Who was he playing when he did it?
Might have been Denver.
Oh yeah. Denver.
I don't know for sure. Might have been Portland. No, it might have been the Rockets. I don't know. No, I think it was the Rockets.
Yeah, I think it was it. Yeah, because he about to set the screen and then just went.
He didn't wait, and he just took off, and Brian just a genius. Yep. You see it right now?
Yeah.
Man, ain't it stupid?
A beautiful pass. Yeah, I typed LeBron pass the voice. Here's the second video.
And it's like Brian, and in another way, it looked like Brian was yelling at them, like, "No, run the pick and roll." It's like like the bounce pass go right here. It was genius. He threw a pass to Morris. I'm almost positive against the Rockets, where he was backing somebody down. Brian was backing somebody down. He had his back to the rim. Morris was set, waiting on a rebound. And Brian saw the help trying to cheat. And he dropped a behind-the-back dime. Man, he went out of bounds off Morris. And Morris just looked at Brian and said, "My bad. My bad." Dude, we ain't on the blacktop, dog.
Yeah, my bad be killing me when people say that. That's the funniest thing ever.
You want to know the worst my bad? The worst my bad is game. If I said when Brian them lost, if I said they still 4-1 to everybody. When they lost that second game to Miami in the finals, where at the end of the game, Brian dribble at the timeline. The clock running down. It's like 8 seconds left, and it's like Brian just wasting time. Then he turned the corner and pulled every defender on their team with him. And he dribbled all the way under the rim and fired it all the way back out to Danny Green. And wasn't nobody on Danny Green. Danny Green caught it and hit the back of the iron. Morris got the offensive rebound right inside the top of the key. He could have just looked back and gave it to Danny Green. 2 for 1, Danny Green on that list, dog. Instead, he stirred, he held it. The defender was on it. He looking. Brian saw him just looking. When Brian saw him get it, Brian put his back on somebody and started boxing. Brian, no, Morris always take bad shots. So he finna shoot this shot. Man, Marcus Morris threw a lob that went like 4 rows up. Like, dude, nigga took his mouthpiece out and said, "My bad." Dude, we just lost game 5 of the finals. When he said that, I said, dude, that might have been the newest, worst my bad ever. Dude, you just lost game 5 of the finals. You was up 3-1, now you only up 3-2. It's a series. And you said, "My bad." They should have whooped Joe. Hey, y'all, you living in the same hotel with these dudes. You ain't going home. Man, they should have. Boy, you lucky your brother's still there. He only. I put that on when the Clippers got knocked. I said, "Hey man, only Clipper that can stay in the bubble is the Morris twin. He family."
Yeah.
But yeah, he's straight. Man, he threw that ball. I know you remember that play.
Oh yeah, of course.
Man, Brian pulled the whole defense under the rim. It's like it had a magnet on him. Nobody was guarding Danny Green. Nobody was guarding Morris. Nobody was guarding Anthony Davis. They didn't care, man. They didn't care. Everybody chased that man. All that good defense they were playing all year. He fired that thing back. Danny Green bricked it. Man, Morris got the rebound, just bent over, went in the triple position stance. He got stuck. Then he just lobbed it out of bounds. Took his mouthpiece out, pat his chest, my bad, and put his mouthpiece back in. I straight yelled out, dude, that just might have been the newest, worst my bad ever. Dude said, my bad. Boy, that was entertaining. He ain't got to come back. He dumb. Yeah, he is dumb, man. You could go get Rodney Hood. He was cool for Brian in Cleveland in the finals.
You could have get it back to Green.
Yeah, go get Rodney Hood, man. Chris Paul gonna be there anyway. Him and Brian been trying to get together the whole ride. You know, they played the McDonald game together, and they partners. You know, they became partners during that McDonald game weekend. And Chris Paul went through that debacle when he was gonna get traded to the Lakers like about 10 years ago. So because of that, you know, Brian them gonna get him right. Chris Paul gonna get a ring with Brian. Melo gonna be the only one out of the clique that won't get a ring with Brian.
Damn.
Melo could have became a Laker this year, man, and freeloaded. Brian wanted him. Melo wanted to try to go beat him. Stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So Melo turned down a little more money to go play with Harden them. He thought he would get more playing time, and he get to get the ball. You know, with Brian, he got to stand somewhere. He don't want to do that. He want to dribble.
Yeah.
But because of that, he's still chasing that ring while Brian got 4. Melo none. D-Wade 3. He under Brian no matter what they saying he taught him. And 2 of those rings got LeBron James MVP on them. So but they going back next year. AD will be league MVP next year. Brian ain't gonna care about that. The older he get, man, he's not gonna care about none of those. Brian got like 5 MVPs, man. None of that stuff mean nothing to him. Finals MVP means something to him. Trust me, that means something to him. I'm saying the main reason why I'm saying it, I ain't even, of course, I don't know, I ain't in Brian head. The only reason why I'm saying it is because about 6-7 years ago, Brian put a picture of his phone on his Instagram, and it had him chasing Jordan, guarding Jordan. And he said, I'm only chasing the ghost. So I'm only going by that when I say it, Guns. Jordan got every finals MVP of every finals he ever won. So Brian, he got 4 rings, but he got 4 finals MVPs. So what I'm saying, I promise you, he don't want nobody to get MVP of the finals while you're on the court. Not on his team. Now, when he get older, he might have to sacrifice that. But that's what I'm saying about Brian's still going to get triple doubles, man. So it's going to be hard to get MVP over him. Because he ain't got to hit 30 and 40. He can hit 22. But he's still going to be getting 11 and 12 assists, 10, 12 rebounds. So he moving to the 1. He's going to be too big for dudes. In small ball, point guard going to be 6'9", man. Steph Curry and them can't guard him. Yeah, he played a 1 now. Kyrie got to guard him. Steph Curry got to guard him. That's the one thing you love. I mean, I say you love. I love when you see me playing on a game. Whenever I play with Brian on my team, I like with the Kemba Walkers and all them. They got to get off the court or switch somewhere else. They can't. I start Brian at the 1. So them little bitty guards are dead.
That's why I had to take, when I was playing with the Nets, that's why I had to take Kyrie out.
Right. Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. So, and then
that's the bad thing I want to do.
And when you do things like, say like the Nets next year, when they do things like switch KD on Brian, it's still setting up a mismatch somewhere else now. KD was the size at that position he was supposed to be playing. Now you got to guard Brian at the 1, which takes him away from the rim. You got to stay out here with Brian, and Brian don't mind swinging the ball. So now cutters can get the ball, and KD and them, and it forced DeAndre Jordan to be in foul trouble a lot. So he still create mismatches just by playing a 1. Even if you put your big on him, it's a bad matchup.
That's just a domino effect. It's crazy.
Yep. So it's about AD gonna shine. When they put KD on Brown, who gonna guard AD? It's ridiculous. AD don't even start at the center, so you can't put DeAndre Jordan on him, because DeAndre Jordan got to guard the 5.
Right.
It's a mismatch with Brown at the 1. They're going back to the finals. It's a total mismatch with Brown at the 1. You just can't match up with him. With him starting at the 1, you can't match up with him at all. It's impossible. Because he's the greatest passer ever. And you can't guard him. It's impossible. You can't double him because he's the greatest passer ever, and you can't guard him one-on-one. So you got to double him and just hope the other dude miss. Think about playing that kind of defense all night.
Right. That's really scary to think about too, man. Because they won like every series in 5 games. That's crazy.
You win game 1, do all then he figure you out and you done. You done. I'm talking about hey man, they got blew out game 1 against the Rockets. Late in the game, Rondo was running a pick and roll with Dwight Howard and the ball went out of bounds. Me and my partners all together watching the game, and I said, hey man, Rondo can't be on the court with Dwight Howard against the Rockets. And this game 1, man, this late in the 4th quarter, they had just turned the ball over. And I said, he can't be on the court with him, man, Rondo can't be on the court with Dwight Howard against the Rockets. They small ball. And so because of that, is Dwight Howard can't shoot. Rondo can't shoot. They got to get to the rim. So those pick and rolls, Dwight Howard got to get to the rim. Rondo got to get to the rim. So I was saying they playing against a team that shoot. So now you talking about made threes. When they make threes, Rondo and Dwight Howard can go down there and miss. Now the advantage is gone on makes and misses on threes. And I said this late in the game, man, Dwight Howard didn't play another minute the rest of the series. This was late in the 4th quarter. Game 2, nothing. He ain't play another minute the whole series. It was genius. I was saying they can't be on the court together. You saw, the Lakers saw. One of them can't play in this. Like, they can't. They saw what I saw. Like, this team shoot too good. You can't have dudes on the court that can't shoot a lick. You just can't. Especially 2 of them. So Dwight Howard did not play any more in that series. And they won 4-1. Then Dwight Howard played to death against the Denver in the next series. It was smart. Now they playing against Jokic and Plumlee and all these long dudes. So now Grant. So now now we too long for y'all. Y'all ain't longer. Y'all longer than the Clippers. Y'all ain't longer than the Lakers. Y'all can go out there and be too big for the Clippers. Luka was too big for the Clippers. Luka's 6'11", 6'10", 6'9", 6'10". He's like 280, man. He's putting his shoulder to them. Morris was just trying to start fights with him all series, stepping on his ankles. Kawhi was running from him. Every time he went at Kawhi was backing up. Every single time. Kawhi did not want no parts of no Luka Doncic. They need to stop lying on Kawhi, man. Kawhi won a title with the San Antonio Spurs, man. Come on, man. He ain't win his title with the Charlotte Hornets, man. He won it with Popovich, Tim Duncan, Ginobili, Parker, man. Dudes who had rings before he was born. He won a Finals MVP averaging 16 points a game. They couldn't figure who to give it to. Everybody was averaging 16 points a game in that series. Wasn't no dominant Spur. And Tim Duncan still should have got it because he averaged a double-double.
That's insane.
So he got a free Finals MVP because he guarded LeBron James, who averaged 28 a game in that series. Then they keep talking as if he undefeated against Bron or something. Do they know he was on the court when Ray Allen hit that shot? Do they know Kawhi lost to Bron in the finals too? They keep not bringing that up, man, because they want to sell you Kawhi Leonard. Then he go to a team in Toronto that won 55 games every year for the last 6 years. And for 4 straight years, they lost to LeBron James only. Ain't nobody beat the Toronto Raptors in the East 4 straight years but LeBron. That's it. That's it. In one series, this dude hit 3 buzzer beaters, man. This is how much he owned them. One, he took it full court, dribbled to the wrong side of the floor, shot a fadeaway bank shot with his right hand from the left side of the floor.
Yep.
He owned them, man. So they only lost to one player. 4 straight years with 55 or more wins every year. They was the #1 seed every year except one. That dude go west. Who going to the finals in the East, man? Ask. Now, I'm pretty sure I already said it to you back then, but go ask AV who I said was the best team in the East. Way before Kawhi got there, man. Even when Bron was over there. I kept saying the best. I always tell y'all the best teams don't win in the NBA. I always tell y'all that. Best players do in the NBA. Because you got to beat the best teams. You got to beat you got to beat the best team 4 times in 7 games. But you got to stop the best player 4 times in 7 games. Man, only way you're going to beat him, you got to go get a bunch of best players. Steph, Clay, Durant. Like, you got to go get dudes. Otherwise, you're getting done. Tim Duncan, Ginobili, Parker, Michael Finley. Like, yo, get dudes. Bruce Bowen. Like, you can't just play LeBron heads up with, you got a star, I got a star, or you got 2 stars, I got LeBron. But if you got 5 dudes and another dude coming off your bench, and he playing with Della Vadova, man, don't tell me you beat him, man. Don't tell me you beat him. I'm not listening. I'm not listening. You steady recruiting superstars and tomorrow he wrong when he do it. All you doing is telling me is he's so good he shouldn't have one. All y'all go recruit superstars, but y'all saying he too good to have one. Kawhi when he got Paul George, they're like, oh, let LeBron do that. Oh, look at him.
Right.
So no, so the dude owned Toronto. So Kawhi won a title in San Antonio with a franchise that's a well-oiled machine. Then he won a title in Toronto, where not only did they win the title in Toronto on a team that was going to the finals regardless the moment LeBron stepped out the East. Wasn't no Milwaukee, wasn't no Boston. It was Toronto, man. And not only did they get to the finals, soon Bron left, a ball bounced on the rim 4 times in Game 7 at the buzzer, Guns. It ain't like Toronto. I mean, Kawhi had a ball bounce on the rim 4 times, man, at the buzzer, man. Game 7.
Yep.
All the Sixers was going. You know, like, so what we doing? All right, so they was putting Kawhi on his pedestal as if he do this thing. Then the worst thing about it, and what they won't bring up, man, it's the worst thing about it, guys. Kawhi actually was getting free rides. In San Antonio, he was doing load management his last 2 years. So he was getting a free ride. In Toronto, man, that man missed 29 regular season games. They went 22-7. They ain't need him for that. They went 22-7 without him. Let LeBron miss 22 games on any team he ever played with. They gonna win about 2 games, man. 4 games, man.
True.
And can't nobody say it's wrong. Go look at any team he ever left. Any team. And look at them become a lottery team. They go from the finals to the lottery, man.
Yep.
Ain't like they lose players. Everybody stay. Dwayne Wade and them didn't leave when Bron left. All of them was still there. Chris Bosh, everybody was there. Anybody leave but James Jones? They ain't make the playoffs, man. They ain't make the playoffs, man.
That's a joke.
The Cleveland Cavs when Brian left. Oh my goodness, they was in a lottery. They had 3 #1 overall picks while he was gone. They was in the finals and people was calling him a quitter. He lost in the Eastern Conference final. He lost in the finals. Then he lost in the Eastern Conference Finals to Orlando. They called him a quitter. All right. The next 4 years, they was in the lottery. What's more quitting? That dude had you in the finals and y'all call him a quitter? Man, y'all got Andrew Wiggins, Anthony Bender, what was the dude's name? Man, what was that dude's name?
Anthony Bennett.
Anthony Bennett, yuck. And Kyrie Irving. And Kyrie Irving. They got 3 #1 overall picks. And on top of that, y'all got a #4 pick in Tristan Thompson the other year. Y'all was in the top 5 in picks 4 straight years. And y'all had #1 overall 3 times. While that man was in the finals 4 straight years in Miami. The 4 years he was in Miami, y'all got Kyrie, Andrew Wiggins, Anthony Bennett, and Tristan Thompson. Y'all stayed in the lottery. He came back and y'all went to 4 straight finals again. Y'all went to 4 straight finals, man. He came. He came. Don't worry none of that other. Don't worry about nobody else. Because Kevin Love been there all this time getting that money and they don't make the playoffs, man. Kyrie ain't seen nothing. Kyrie closest chance to get back to the finals gun. Brian sent his team home. Think about that, man. People don't understand the greatness of this dude. So Kyrie, who's supposed to have been the dude who helped Brian and carry Brian and did all this stuff, but they traded him to the team was the biggest threat to them in the East. All right, they traded Kyrie to the Celtics, man. So they already ain't scared of Kyrie. The media was lying. They weren't scared of Kyrie. They gave him to the Celtics. They're like, yeah, we'll see them in the Eastern Conference Finals. And they saw him in the Eastern Conference Finals. Kyrie didn't play, of course, like he did Brian. he same old Kyrie, man.
Just a different team. Same thing.
Same thing, but Brian finished them. So I'm talking about Kyrie, closest chance to get to the finals. Kyrie was the closest one to get to the finals out of everybody that ever played with Bron. And he ain't even playing that series. Tatum and them took him. Jalen Brown and them. And Scary Terry. And your boy Bron sent Kyrie team home. Kyrie didn't even come sit on the bench game 7. Horrible teammate. That's why he in Brooklyn now. Him and Kevin Durant gonna fall out halfway through the year. They'll fall out. But people don't understand is, man, you got to have somebody that can facilitate for you. Now, it was great to get Steve Nash as a facilitating. He can get somebody to facilitate because he was great at that. But the problem is Steve Nash ain't never coached ever. So they gonna pimp him on a bench. Kyrie and Durant gonna shut him up a lot. A lot. I promise. Then, especially I hate that even when they showed that after he got hired, they showing Kyrie and Durant saying they okayed the hire. Oh man, it's over. They sitting there saying they told the man they got him his job. But if Durant couldn't play with Westbrook, man, how you gonna play with Kyrie Irving? Westbrook was getting like 2 or 3 assists a night when he was playing with Durant. He wouldn't even look at Durant. He didn't want Durant to get the shine. All right. So Durant was standing in the corner hitting 40. Then Durant left. And Westbrook got triple doubles 3 years straight because he wanted to prove he can share the ball. He averaged triple double 3 years straight. Then Kyrie played with LeBron. Kyrie left LeBron because it's hard to sell your brand the way you want to sell it if they asking if the player you playing with is better than Jordan. So it's hard to sell yourself. You're just a role player, no matter what. They looking at that one guy. They asking, is he better than Mike? All right, so now Kyrie finna play with Durant, who they argue is the best player in the league. So Durant finna play with a dude who don't never get assists. Kyrie averaged 2 assists for his career, man. He dribbled with his head down. He the greatest ball handler I've seen in my life. But he dribbled with his head down. He dumb. He phenomenal with the rock. But he dumb. You ain't gonna see Durant. He worse than Westbrook at facilitating the floor. Way worse. Westbrook only got assists because he had a point to prove. He wasn't never trying to get no 10 assists while he was playing with Durant. Never. 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 He wanted 40. He wanted to prove he could do the same thing KD was doing. That's why KD left. He couldn't get a point guard. Over there in Golden State, they swinging the ball. When KD got over there, KD started shooting and getting 40 over there. He was being selfish. KD thought he took over Steph's team. He wasn't coming over being no player with him. KD was hitting 40, getting back-to-back finals MVPs. Move over, Steph. Now he's going to play with Kyrie, a dude who left LeBron James because he wanted some shine, while the world was already saying he carried Bron. While you took more shots than anybody in the NBA the last 2 years you was in Cleveland, Bron let you take the most shots. You think KD gonna be able to play with a dude? KD don't pass the ball? Bron do. When KD get it, he's shooting. Bron don't get it and shoot, guys.
Right.
Bron only get it and shoot when he losing. He get you back in it. Besides that, I don't care what your name is. You getting the ball, you play with LeBron James, and you gonna shoot it. He gonna get mad at you if you don't shoot it. That ain't who KD finna play with. That ain't who Kyrie finna play with. And the worst thing about it is, I'm telling you a good thing and a bad thing. They went to a good team. The Nets are a good team. But the Clippers did the same thing with Kawhi and them. Clippers was a good team, a unit. They was playing good ball together. Then they brought these two dudes in and pushed everybody back in the lineup. Changed everybody's roles. And they messed it all up. All their cohesiveness. And they was sitting out practices. Him and Paul George. Load managing and didn't want to practice. They didn't win no championships doing that, man. They beat the Golden State Warriors without KD, without Clay, without... Come on, man. They beat Toronto. They knocked... not Toronto. They beat Philly with the ball. They knocked down a big shot in Game 7. It was a great series. But it was, the home team won. Then... so the same thing I'm saying with Kyrie now. The Nets actually a good unit. They play good together.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, they do.
And now they finna bring these two dudes in who are gonna take everything away. Jared Allen going to the bench. That makes it look awesome when you look at him coming off their bench. It look awesome. But I'm saying it pushes everybody back. And it's gonna be two dudes gonna take all the shots now. You ain't gonna see the same chemistry. They shared the ball, man. We don't know who gonna bust you tonight. In Brooklyn, now, man, your dudes like Karis LeVert and them, man, 4 and 5 shots a night sparingly.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna be the same guy. It's gonna be a couple nights you'll see that spark because they can go. But overall, role players. I mean straight. And you just ain't gonna be able to get your thing going. Now they dominantly defensively at center, dominant with Jared Allen and DeAndre Jordan. They dominant. But DeAndre Jordan can't shoot. You can foul him at any time. You're gonna miss the free throws, and like I said, Kyrie and KD just ain't gonna work out together. They need a Rondo. And I ain't talking about Rondo. But that's why they need a guy who come out there and run that offense for them. Steve Nash can't do this. Steve Nash can't do this. With Kyrie? Man. With Kyrie? Man, Brad Stevens couldn't check Kyrie. Brad Stevens run system. Man, Kyrie was taking 25 shots. Boston been a team since Brad Stevens been there. Just move the ball. Kyrie was taking 25 shots at point guard. Man, Steve Nash ain't finna. Ain't nobody gonna calm down Kyrie. Nobody. He's gonna give you 52 games before he get hurt. He gonna gun. On the nights when he missed, he gonna be shaking his head on the bench. They be killing me with that. But the boy, the greatest ball handler I ever seen in my life, and he finishes at the rim. Nasty, beautifully, just so disciplined with his footwork, with his hands, with his eyes. He's so disciplined once he go in the air. He's just beautiful. He's fun to watch as far as that. But you know how I am about the fundamentals of basketball, man. And I hate watching how he dribble with his head down. Once Kyrie start, he finna take you. And he ain't finna do nothing else. Like, he's so predictable. Like, he finna take you. You ain't gonna stop him. You need help. I don't care who you are. You need help. I don't care what they name you. Pat Beverly, Avery Bradley. I don't care. It's Kyrie Irving, man. He finna shake shit out of you. So you need somebody to come help. But once he drop his chin, y'all ain't got to guard nobody. Just come help. He ain't gonna pass. He gonna keep dribbling till he can get his shot off. And he can do that. He can dribble till he get his shot off. He the greatest ball handler I've ever seen in my life. I ain't never seen nobody ever better than Kyrie Irving dribbling the ball. Not in the NBA. Ever. I don't know if I've ever seen nobody ever, nowhere I've been in my life, dribble better than Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving can dribble through a double team in a trap down on the baseline. You ain't even supposed to dribble that ball. You're supposed to call a timeout. You're supposed to call a timeout, man. You ain't supposed to pass it. Just call a timeout, man. That dude will dribble out of that and finish with a left-hand finish on the other side of the rim. It don't even make sense. I mean, he nasty, but he's selfish. He just played with a great. What about even talking about no Kyrie Irving in his first 5 years? And he was the best ball handler in the NBA then, too. Nobody talking about Kyrie Irving. Kyrie couldn't even get the ball out of Deion Waiters' hands. Deion Waiters just smack him in his head. Shut up. He couldn't do nothing with Deion Waiters, man. Deion Waiters talk about him in interviews. Yeah, Deion used to be in interviews talking about him. This is my team. Deion didn't care about no Kyrie had to say, man. And wasn't nobody arguing with Deion Waiters. Tristan Thompson was getting offensive rebounds, tossing it back to Deion Waiters. Deion got out of there when Bron got there. Deion was still there when Bron got there. The opening night, Deion was still on the team. But Deion was dribbling. Bron would swing it to him, and Deion would dribble. And you saw Bron talking to him on the bench. Then Bron one time threw his shoulders and snapped his head when Deion turned the ball over. Then Bron pointed late in the fourth quarter and yelled at him. And Deion just said something back. And Deion he was a Miami Heat. They traded him. Man, you got to go, dog. They got rid of Deion Waiters. But no, Kyrie wasn't, and Kyrie was the greatest ball handler I've ever seen then too. Kyrie was nasty at Duke. He just was hurt. He only played 11 games at Duke.
Yep.
That's just Kyrie, man. Played 11 games and 2 postseason games. 13 games total in college. He was hurt his whole freshman year. Then he came in the pros, hurt. Rookie of the year. There wasn't no rookies in this draft. None. So he out there just icing clowns. Who wouldn't even made the league, should be G League, he busting them. Won 19 games. What sports center ain't showing you, man? What am I talking about? No Kyrie, man. The only reason you heard about Kyrie because he was the #1 overall pick coming out of Duke. But nobody got a chance to see him in college. He ain't play. So there wasn't no amp for him. That was more just scouts. He never win 30 games his first 5 years, not 1 year. So wasn't nobody talking about no Kyrie Irving, man? Didn't nobody bring up Kyrie Irving until Bron said, I'm coming home. He said, oh, and he got Kyrie. What? Who? I don't know that dude, man. Dude, you know the dude who lose by 35 every night? So the dude where Brian first night back in Cleveland when he was in Miami, and they had this big old thing where they was booing him and every news channel there, and they ain't show not one Kyrie highlight. They just show what Brian did all night. Oh, okay. But they drafted that little bitty dude, man, number 1 overall. He's not Iverson, man. Iverson came in and took Philly to the playoffs, dog. Iverson came in crossing over Jordan. Who is this dude, man? This dude already can't even get Deion Waiters to give him the ball, man. Come on, man. Stop, man. Kyrie was having nights where he's hitting 15, man. That ain't no number 1 overall pick, man. Shaq was a number 1 overall pick, man. He 32 and 15, man, on rookie nights, man. C. Webb. These dudes was number 1 overall picks. Hey, I was hitting 40, man. Coming out the gate, nappy head. Way before the braids. His hair was nappy. 40. Can't guard me, though. He was going up 2-hand dunks. When AI first came in the league, he go baseline, cross you over, and you trip. He going up over you 2-handed. That's a number 1 overall pick. You can't be number 1 overall pick, man. Can't get DR Waves to swing it. One more, man. Can't be yelling one more. You the number 1 overall pick, dog. They should be giving it to you anyway. That's what I'm saying. Kyrie wasn't Kyrie, man, until Brian got there, man. And Kyrie got to play one-on-one. Kyrie was number 1 overall pick, so teams double him opening night. He was turning it over, man, averaging like 7 turnovers a night. SportsCenter wasn't showing his highlights, man. They weren't talking about how he finished at the rim before Brian got there. And he was here for 5 years. You need to love Kyrie to know what he was doing. You had to be a dookie. So no, they going back, man. Rondo got another ring. I mean, you got to think about it. The big 3 played together. The what they call the big 3, the original big 3, what they call the big 3, Garnett and them. They played together for 5 years. They only got 1 ring, man.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, Ray Allen left them and played with Brian for 1 year, and he got a ring. Rondo left them and played with Brian for 1.5 years. He got a ring. Okay. They played together 5 years, man. They had 1 ring, man. And that was the first year they got together when nobody was ready for them yet. After that, they ain't win again. Rondo got another ring, and Ray Allen got another ring, playing with Bron. Now, both of them got more rings than Paul Pierce and Garnett. And Bron ain't done. He'll win it next year. But I told y'all when he became a Laker, I said he's going to be in the finals every year the rest of his career till he leaves. He put that Laker jersey on. He gonna get the whistle. You can't be the best player in the world and get the whistle, man. That's what Kobe was getting. You get the whistle, man. You know how much I dig talking to you. I done lean back, stop playing the game, talking to you literally with the game on pause, never looking at the TV. It's a 1 hour, 19 minutes on the recording.
Yeah.
Let me start to, and you can't, on the season, I can't quit the game. It's, you know, it just goes straight to a loss, and I can't like reset the game or nothing.
Okay.
I don't even know what the score was going on or nothing. Let me see. I don't even know where we at. It started the second quarter. So now just, but you know, I'm just saying, so now that AD noise, you ain't got, don't believe none of that noise, man. It's all Bron. None of this is happening without Bron.
Of course.
All right, let me get my rotation back together. Where am I at? And I'm down 3. Let's go, y'all. Let me get focused.
But you know I like that season. I like that I can play the fantasy without people. And when dudes don't be feeling like playing, you know I still be wanting to play. So I like this season.
You better keep it in too.
Yeah, man.
2K add something in next year to just take it out for no reason.
Right. I hope I ain't see franchise. I'm mad about that if it ain't franchise. Cause I want to keep going, but I think I'm just playing a season. I hope not, cause I'll get tired of redoing uniforms.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm ready now. I know where I'm at now. Let's go. I had to see where I was at in my rotation.
I did get your 2 notifications. I just had to go to my league.
Wow. Come on, man. Okay. Let's go, Drew. That's why Andrew Wiggins. I got Andrew Wiggins and Brown on the same team. Yeah, man, take that. Curry, he can't guard nobody. Wow.
Yeah, and his assists are climbing because of that. Also his turnovers. So now what you want to do is slow down the game for Andrew Wiggins and show him on film where his outlets are and where his decision making can be that much better. And where the game will just flat out fall apart because of him right now. Especially on the interior.
Good D. Wow. Come on, man. Dion. You been off. Let's go. Finally took the lead.
Watch it.
I ain't want that. Good pass.
Everybody's trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This is
Wow.
highly competitive. That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half.
He's about to start back up too.
Okay.
December 20th.
Where you going, man?
Kevin Knox's father played professional football when Kevin was growing up. That may be where he gets some of
My
it.
fault, y'all. My fault.
Having the number of points they scored in the paint already here, it is eye-opening. Gotten 7 of the 12 field goals once it's dropped here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Knox misses. Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Oh, Andrew Wiggins. Nice shot.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Here's Tucker. Here's Jokic. And foul on the shot. They'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Jokic doing a better job there of using his body inside and getting the angle and then find his way to the line.
And he's gotten closer.
I lost focus. I'm down 5, going into the half. I gotta get smart now. Alright.
There are only 2 players in the league who can hit a team like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
This is his first chance of the line tonight. The first one
What I like about Kevin Love right here is the attention to detail. He's always had a great knack, those early years in Minnesota, about being in the right place at the right time. And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be like that.
Powell with it. Passes it to Jokic. Got it. Good job for the Lakers. 9 points for Jokic.
Jokic and body control. And years ago, we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
The TK Sports Halftime Show. Hey, welcome back to TK. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. And it's high up in the big top-down lead. And that's it. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still applies. What can you say? LeBron James an impressive effort today. The first he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes with these balls.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
Hartenstein is out there with Kevin Love. That's LeBron James. Then R.J. Barrett. And it's 28-2. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half. Powell the pass to Morant. Jokic with it. Jokic tries it up. The three from Morant.
Did not hit that.
James pulls it. In the corner, Barrett with it. Target from outside.
I just hit it. Missed a wide open 3 with RJ right there. Nobody was near him. Then John Morant just catch a nasty one over the top of my head. Come on, man.
Yeah, Josh ridiculous in this game.
LeBron passes to Barrett. It's his shot. They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time. So that's the foul. Back to Morant. Just over a minute and a half play here in the third.
Man.
He's checked in for Norman Powell. Out to the right wing. Here's Jokic. Misses off the left eye. The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4. And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Come on, Jokic.
Morant's got 4 assists now tonight. You know, winning that championship as you did for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of it with a broken jaw.
Okay, big boy.
Oh, that's a dime. Tell YouTube, show that LeBron pass. They called a timeout after that, too.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, Jokic just got yoked on. Wow.
That's how you draw it up right there. Screen, shed the defense, quick move to the bucket, and you get the lane. I don't think anybody guards LeBron without fouling him. It's a matter of him convincing the referees this is no contact.
He's really 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. Lakers checked in for Hartenstein. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Morant's checked in.
Even this Rockets team small. They got P.J. Tucker at the 5 right now.
Yep. His rebound is only a D on this game.
The Jalen Brunson, man, really? All right, man.
Coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's far assist of the game. Yeah, terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this one? With an advantage if you're off guard through deep plays. So valuable. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling. A moment now to reset the line. US by Gatorade. All the way back here for the fourth quarter.
Bad.
We got Mario Hezonja. Jalen Brunson out there with John Moran. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Powell at the reset. Now back bucket.
John Moran can't go. RJ.
Guys, he looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Now Brunson. Dishes to Tucker. And stolen by James. And contact on the shot. So one shooting conversion.
Well, the change of speeds and also the right angle selection can help RJ Barrett put defenders in those kind of spots.
Over on the free throw. Marjanovic checked in for Kevin Love. Hunter Covington checked in for Houston. Curry comes in for Jalen Brunson.
It felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Tucker finds Covington. Back to Tucker. And Moran.
Okay, Boban.
On the way, waiting. Defended by Covington.
What the fuck?
And here we go. That's what Moran's got. It's Powell on the wing. Offensive rebound. Moran passes to Tucker. The Rockets are down on this. Just a tiny lead for him. And a chance to make it a little
Barrett does have the size to go in there and mix it up.
Here's Moran.
Okay, you gotta sit down, Boban. You get that shot over the top of you. I don't need you.
Well, sure, Arthur.
Barrett, no good. And Moran's got the ball here for Houston. They host the Clippers after this game. That game is the first and last of the home. And even 3-on-3 breaks. And this is encouraging. Wiggins looking committed to shooting and forcing the D to compromise. The Rockets looking to switch here. Wiggins checked in. And so we get home. And the winner's mentality Wiggins has is commendable. A hard worker who wants to keep improving. Moran outside. Curry outside. LeBron grabs the miss. And they continue to control the right.
One being shifty on that play, outstanding is going right to the rack with that size, strength, and speed.
Israel by 10. And there
you're in the right place. But both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from this type of thing.
Playing with Jokic, and they cleared the room for Jokic to take over at the center position. He's taken on that responsibility. He's taken on the star role. He's accepting it and excelling at it.
Kazanya struck in for Bob. It's trailed by 9. Nice try, Covington. Here's Morant. Covington. That's it. Comes off the assist for Jokic. 8 points to Robert Covington.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up for
Wow.
others and movement.
And then he hit that. Wow.
Playing big, attacking with the support. Simply sat there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
Covington shot it off.
Not for you want to give a wide open look. Complete football. They're lucky that one doesn't fall.
Outside for Curry.
A little bit of hustle, a little bit of energy. Jokic right now pounding the offensive glass. Not putting on these possessions.
That's the Holly. 1 minute left in the fourth quarter. Here's Curry.
Okay.
Very much. He's been really trying. If you find that Greg with some nice numbers you do, and you got 2 points. Jokic with the number.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with the shot. Jokic tremendous concentrated.
Wiggins misses the ball.
Definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club.
LeBron James.
And his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight. Because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. They double team Burke. And the Rockets with the ball. Here's this Burke putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time on the clock.
Gets it to go beyond the arc.
Torino was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy. Motivation always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Here's James.
You see the all 17 there. Good effort by the third.
Houston takes possession. There's 14 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And the call will be against James. That is his first call of the game. So it looks like the Rockets don't take possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Another miss by Houston. Playing inside. The layup up front. And for the long shot, 32 away. Good one. Not this one, but the game is going to be down the stretch.
I love the way they executed that whole thing on the floor, completely
Quarter, you ain't gone.
I ain't in the game right now. I'm just chilling. Watching something like that.